Hi, I'm Jamie Lowe, the General Manager, Communications and Engagement with the National Disability Insurance Agency. This week, the NDIA is releasing two really important documents: the Participant Service Charter, which outlines how we will better serve participants and the timeframes we will meet, and the Participant Service Improvement Plan, which sets out the practical changes we will make over the next 2 years to improve the participant experience. With me today is Martin Hoffman, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Disability Insurance Agency, and he's here to share with us why these two documents are so important and why they're more than just words on paper.
Hi Jamie, it's great to talk with you this morning.
Martin, can you start by telling us about each of the documents and why they're so important?
Our Participant Service Charter is really our promise or our commitment to participants. It sets out the principles, the standards that we want to achieve, and then it backs them up with very specific time standards that we're going to meet in terms of the different interactions we have with participants. And then the Service Improvement Plan says, well, it's great to have these aspirations, it's great to have these principles, but what are you tangibly, specifically going to do differently? And so the Service Improvement Plan sets out for the next 18 months 40 or 50 specific tangible things that we're going to do better and differently.
Martin, we're now 7 years into the NDIS, so why is now the right time to introduce these two documents?
Well, that's right, Jamie. We are 7 years in, and at the 30th of June 2020, we passed a really important milestone with the NDIS now available right across Australia, top to bottom, east to west. It means we have over 400,000 participants now. And we've moved from the time where we were focused on getting people into the scheme and getting first plans established. And that was a huge task. And that's why we want to recommit to the sort of principles and standards and outcomes that the scheme was all about.
Martin, one of the bigger changes that will take place next year is the introduction of independent assessments. Can you tell me a little bit about why we're introducing them and the change that it will make to the participant experience?
We've heard from participants that they want a fairer, quicker and clearer approach for accessing and using the NDIS. Independent assessments will ensure consistent and equitable outcomes across the country. It means we can spend the time talking about the planned budget, but then more importantly, talking about the goals and outcomes the participant wants to achieve with that budget. Independent assessments really make a huge difference to the scheme overall.
Martin, can participants expect any further announcements over the coming months, in particular about how their experience with the NDIS might be improved?
So we've set out today in the Service Improvement Plan the sort of actions, the specific tangible actions, as I've said, that we're going to take over the next 18 months. And we'll certainly be announcing and talking about those as they're happening. We've got further to go, and that's what the Service Charter and the Service Improvement Plan are all about. They're giving us the roadmap, the plan, in order to get better, because we're on this mission to change and enable participants to change their own life trajectory and life outcomes. That's the purpose of the NDIS, and we're all together with participants, together with the sector, with families, with carers. We're all committed to doing just that.
For more information, visit ndis.gov.au or phone 1800 800 110.